Hello, hello, and welcome to Vessel of Hope. It's Tuesday. It's your Tuesday goodness, greatness. Just time for you to take out and to just get a moment of relaxation, right? Just to, listen, just want to calm a little bit. You all know what I found out yesterday, and I was sharing with Apostle, and she found out yesterday as well in the morning. Next week is Christmas. Next week, Wednesday's Christmas. Y'all blew my mind. Blew my mind. I thought I had another extra week. Blew my mind. And next week, Wednesday's Christmas. Like, just throw my whole brains out of whack because I didn't realize next week was Christmas. But anyway, welcome to Best of Hope. Thank you all for joining us. And I know I probably just shocked some people as well because they probably didn't even know next week was Christmas. So you're like, what? You're lying. You're pulling up your calendar right now, aren't you? Trying to realize when it's the 25th and you realize that it is next week, Wednesday. Sorry that I had to be the bearer of bad news / good news, but Christmas is next week. But you know what I need you for you to do for me today? I need you to go ahead, for those of you that are on YouTube, I need you to go ahead and like. I need you to share. Tell your friend, tell your neighbor. Come on, share it around. Subscribe, click the notification there. And on Facebook, click the love button. Share it on your wall. Some may be passing by and they may hear something that may catch their attention and may appeal to them or minister to them. So go ahead and do that for me. I appreciate you. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you all for joining us today. Well, today, let's get straight into it. Today, I want to talk to you on clean slate. I'm sorry, blank slate. I should have said clean slate, right? But blank slate. I want to talk to you on blank slate, right? Have you ever just want to just start over? Like you just want to start over. And I have this thing that I do, and Mother P and Apostle gets annoyed with me when I do it. If I cook something and I don't like it, I don't like how it turn out, I'll throw the whole thing away. And if they're in the kitchen, they're like, "Why are you there? Don't they will eat it." It's a big old commotion because I want to have a blank slate. I want to start again. I'm like, nope, I don't like how it come. I don't like how it came out. I'm gonna start again. You know, you can't redeem it, no matter how much sugar or salt or season or whatever you put in and try to read. It's irredeemable. You know, it's not. You can't turn Jesus on your pot. So you just like, I gotta throw it away and I gotta start again, right? So this is what we're talking about today: starting again, getting a blank slate and doing it all over again, right? So I have one tool for you today on a blank slate, and that is don't waste the opportunity. Right? When dealing with the blank slate, don't waste the opportunity. What are you talking about, Pastor Marcelle? Well, I'm about to tell you what I'm talking about, right? First of all, we got to realize that blank slate is actually a real thing. You know, we say sometimes, hey, it's a blank slate. It actually is a real thing. Here's what it is. Blank slate is a psychological theory that states that people are born with blank minds and are shaped by their experiences. Isn't that interesting? That you're born with blank mind, but your experience is shaping. It's and it kind of makes sense, right? It kind of makes sense. I don't know about born with a blank mind, but it kind of makes sense that as you grow, you experience things. And as you experience things, you learn from it. Like I was telling apostles just, I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday, I was telling apostles, like, oh, I was like, like the old, like, get my thinking is changing, and things that I thought differently about, it's shifting to another way. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't think common sensely on that situation or to react in that way. Just simple things. And it's so interesting that I will call that a blank slate. Like you just all of a sudden start thinking things differently, start seeing things differently, start reacting to things differently because wow, I never looked at it that way. Like you ever look at a situation, or you're thinking about something, or you're doing something, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, you're thinking this way about it, and you talk to someone and they said, I've ever thought about it this way. You're like, wow, I never thought about it that way. You had the conversation with someone, you're telling them something, and they're like, but what about this? You ever thought about it that way? And it blows your mind. It gives you a new blank slate, like, wow, I gotta cancel all of that, what I was thinking before, and look at your method, because your method kind of makes sense. So blank slate, it's really a fresh start. It's really starting over. It's really moving on. Or blank slate, it can be change, or it can be something new, right? This is blank slate. It's just a fresh start. It's a new perspective on life, When you have a blank slate is a new perspective in life. And you know what we find interesting is like sometimes you don't think about things or you don't perceive things a certain way until you experience it. This is why I got to go back to the psychological definition of blank slate. You know, you're born with a blank mind. You're not thinking until you go through experience. Then you begin to paint. Like I like to talk about the canvas. Our life is a canvas, right? We get a canvas and we stick it there and we begin to draw, or we're moving things around and we're like, oh, this look like this. Let's add this to the picture. Because as you grow, you begin to add things. As you start out, you're going to daycare, then you go on to pre-K, then you go into kindergarten, and then you move from elementary school to junior high, you move to high school, you move to college, and you go on and get your other degrees. You move to being married, to having kids, to moving from apartment to a house. These are all canvases. And this is the blank slate because it's starting afresh. It's starting something new. This is what the Lord wants to give to you. He wants to give you something new. This is what a blank slate is. A blank slate is God just presenting to you something new, a new opportunity, a new thought process. I'm sure if you sit down and you think about something and you think about something you did back in the days or back in the years, right? Like let's go something as simple as the telephone. When we had the telephone, when telephones first came out. I'm not talking about cell phone, telephone in your house, the landline that had all these wires. I talked about this before, all these wires, the long wire that can lead from the kitchen to the bathroom, upstairs, downstairs. And when you get back to put it on the base, it's all tangled up, right? Now today, back then, that was wise to just have a plug-in phone with the long wires where you could roll around the house and so forth. But now today, for those of you who still have landlines, the rarity of finding landline. We got a landline from Mother P. She still don't even use it. She uses her cell phone. But the landlines today, they don't come with wires unless you go and you get like an antique phone. I love, oh my gosh. Those of you who know me, I love antique cars. I love antique things. I love things from like the 1940s and 50s. I love it. You know, but you go and you unless you get an antique landline that has the wire. But other than that, phones today are wireless. The landlines, they're wireless. And I'm sure back then they thought that was an amazing idea. It was for the 1900s, whenever the cell phone was invented. It was an amazing idea. That was beautiful. But then someone sat down with a canvas and said, you know what? We need to blank slate this landline. We need to do something different. And they moved to the cell phone, and then they moved to the landline without the wires. And now you're sitting down like, wow, this was a great idea that they thought about having landlines without wires. Isn't that something else? That's what blank slate is. You have an idea. You thought this was how it was supposed to be. You lived your life this certain way, thinking this is just amazing. This is perfect. But as you go along through years, you realize my phone really doesn't need to have wires. I can have a phone without wires. Blank slate. So we live in this world now with a blank slate, and this is what the Lord wants to give to us. The Lord is giving us blank slate. Blank slate is to change the things you do again, but you do it differently. You change what you do, and if you do it again, you do it differently. Come on now. It's like I like to hear people say the first time when they take their babies on a plane. And they always like, oh, sometimes you hear they say, oh, it was a horrible experience. They cry because I think that the up and down with the ears, and they would just had a horrible time. Or then sometimes you hear some parents saying, oh, this was amazing. This child had a great time on this plane. Their first time flying was wonderful. But you know what? Because I had the headphones on them, so I know from now on when I travel again, I'll have the headphones on them. I saw a video of a lady once. She said she took the child on the plane, and before she got on the plane, she ordered a green smoothie, and she drank the smoothie. And this child, let's say like 1.5, and the child wanted the smoothie, so she gave the child a smoothie, and the child drank the smoothie. When they got on the plane, the child had an explosion of diarrhea, right? So when she was like, oh, the whole plane was stinking, so she had to clean the diaper. So now what she said, next time she knows when she traveled with the baby, not to have a smoothie, especially a green smoothie. And if she does, do not give it to the baby because the same explosion. So she's realizing when I get to do it again, right? Because I have this blank slate, because I'm going to travel with this child again. When I travel again, when we're coming back, I'm not going to have this smoothie and give this child a smoothie because what? Diarrhea attack. So this is what the blank slate is. You did something and you're doing it again, but you're changing it. You're gonna change it differently because you have learned. When you thought, when you think sometimes and you're in that relationship and you're thinking, oh, you know what, this is how it's gonna work out. This is how it's gonna think. And God said, no, no, we're going to move you out of that relationship, right? Because it's not the right one. So we're going to give you a blank slate to start afresh. Because this relationship, for those of you who are in relationship and you're going through and it's just bouncing, I don't understand sometimes. Let me just say this real quick. I don't understand sometimes. Individuals in relationship and every week it's bouncy. Why do you want to be in that if it's bouncy every week? Every week you're going over a bump. Come on, you're not driving down the streets of Brooklyn now. Come on now. Every week is a like, come on. Come on. God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to show you something. It's time for you to move forward, get a new slate, grab a new canvas and start a new picture, because this bounciness is not working. But sometimes, like I say, I just saw this thing the other day. A woman put up when she's talking to her husband and she's saying something he doesn't want to hear. She knows this is what happened, and to show bricks in his ears. And I said, this is true, because when I would tell the kids, I'm like, you got bricks in your ears? Why are you not hearing what I'm saying? Bricks is in your ears. So this is what sometimes happen. God tried to give us a new opportunity, a new chance. He tried to show us things. He tried to give us a blank slate. But sometimes individuals, you got bricks in your ears. No, this is not God. I don't want to hear this, God, because this is the picture I painted, right? This is the canvas I'm using, and I'm not going to throw this canvas away. I'm going to redeem it. I'm going to redeem this canvas. I took art in junior high, right? I loved it. It was great. It was great. And sometimes my art teacher, he would tell us when we would draw, and if you make a mistake, we use pencil. We make a mistake, he'll say, just erase it, or he'll show us ways to take that mistake and turn it into something nice, and redeem it. But then there's sometimes when we'll draw something and it's just too bad. There's no redeeming in it. And he'll say, you know what? He say, crumble up that paper, throw it away, and get a fresh paper and just start afresh. And sometimes that's what you have to do. When God is saying, hey, I've given you this opportunity, right? And you're using it. And this opportunity right now, this canvas is irredeemable. Only God can redeem. But for you, it's irredeemable. You're trying to fix something that's unfixable. You're trying to work something that's unworkable. Yes, I'm making up my own words. I could do it. That's unworkable. You're trying to move things that's unmovable. And God is saying here, I'm trying to take this canvas away from you and give you a new canvas so you can have a blank slate, right? So why do you think the car that you're driving keeps breaking down? And what happened? You know what's funny? The car keeps breaking down every other week or every month, and you're spending money to fix it. And God is saying, no, I'm trying to give you a blank slate. I'm trying to tell you, leave that car where it is, put it in the junkyard, do what you have to do to get rid of it. All that money you wasted just trying to keep fixing it every other week or every month, save that money and get a new car. It's a blank slate. I'm trying to make you start afresh. But sometimes what happened? Mr. Guy I got brick in your ears, buddy. Sometimes we just have bricks in our ears. So why do you think you keep hearing the same advice? Because the opportunity is presented to you to start afresh. Have you ever, this is so funny sometimes, have you ever talked to someone and they're telling you a situation or story, and then you're saying, oh, you know what, but you know what, I think you should probably do this. You know what, I'm thinking this and this. And you're giving them advice and they said, oh my gosh, I was just talking to so-and-so and they said the same thing to me. And I didn't really pay attention to it. I didn't even do it. They told me that last week and I didn't even do it. And I can't believe you're telling me the same thing. What do you think? God is trying to give you a blank slate. That person is giving you advice. Use it. If out of the mouths of babes, come on now, they're telling you the same thing so many times. Use the opportunity. Don't waste it. The key to blank slate is don't waste the opportunity, because now it's for a fresh start. It's for something new. Look at what Revelation 21:5 says in a God Words translation in part A. It says this. The one seated on the throne says, I am making everything new. That's part A. Revelation 21:5. Can't get any better than that. And this is a blank slate. that God has given to us. God has given us many times to make something new. Hey, start afresh. Throw it. Be like me. If the stew tastes, if the stew doesn't taste the way you want to, throw it away and start afresh. Don't let Mother P and Apostle be in the kitchen when you do it though. I baked them. I baked the cake. I baked the cake the other day, right? This carrot cake. I had this recipe, right? And I was so exciting. So I'm finding now, this is what I'm talking about now. Like, you get older and things change and you get in this blank slate. When I love cooking. I love cooking. I like to bake with the kids. I let them experiment. I'm like, hey, we're going to make some muffins or we're going to make some cookies. Those are the two main things we like to make. Muffins and cookies. Love to make those with them, right? Because it's easy recipe, 1 2 1 2. But I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead. Back in the days, I used to make a lot of coconut cake. Because used to make it for the church. I used to love it, and the kids they love it. With coconut frosting and all this yabba dabba dabba ness. So I said, you know what? I want to make something different. I want to make carrot cake. I've been feeling for carrot cake. I've been wanting to eat carrot cake. So I was like, you know what? I found this recipe, and I didn't have all the carrots. I only bought one long carrot, right? The recipe says you need four carrots or four. No, you need like a bag of carrots or 4 cups. I'm Marcelle. I'll do it my way, right? So I had one big carrot. It was this thick, right? This thick and this long. So I had this one carrot, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make this. And it tells you use X amount of oil. And I'm not big about the oil. I don't like the oily thing because we try to eat healthy in the house. I'm like, I'm not gonna fire a recipe and put 4 cups of oil. Instead, I'm just gonna put like a half a cup of oil, right? All right, because I want to do my own thing. So I make the cake. Let's hear this story. So I make the cake. I make the carrot cake. So I'm like, it didn't come out. It didn't come out. I don't want it, but it tasted delicious. Like ask Apostle. I made her taste it. She's like, this tastes good. Mother P's like, this is delicious. This is good. I like it. It's nice body and it's not sweet. So I try to not make things sweet in the house because you don't like a lot of sweet things, especially Mother P, diabetic and stuff. So we try not to make sweet stuff. So I'm like, so when I tasted it, I was like, this is disgusting. It tastes good, but I was like, I don't like it. It didn't come out how I wanted to come out. And I'm like, I'm gonna throw this whole thing away. Boy, it was commotion in this house. Don't throw it. And Apostle already knew when I told Apostle taste the PS, I was like, it tastes good, but I don't like it. I don't like how it look. I don't like it come out. She's like, don't throw it away. Because you already know that's my first thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it away, go to the store and buy some more carrot and make it away I want. She's like, don't throw it away. We're gonna eat it. You know what? Mother P eats that cake every day. Every day she cutting the slice and she's eating it. But I'm gonna make it again because I'm gonna get a blank slate now. And I'm realizing, hey, I'm gonna have to bite myself and just take that 4 cups of carrot. I'm just gonna have to take that 4 cups of oil, but I'm gonna try to see how I can cut that oil to make it the way that I want it to look. It tastes amazing, but I want it to look a certain way. The blank slate. So we have to. The Lord says He's doing something new. We have to take the opportunity, seize it in the blank slate, and take it and say, you know what, God, you're doing something new. Let me go with this newness. What you're doing for me. Don't waste the opportunity because it is a chance to start anew. This is why some doors close so that you can turn around and walk through the other door. And you know what I find a lot as believers, let me watch my time. As believers, if a door is closed, the enemy is attacking me. The enemy is closing. No, it's not always the enemy. Again, I like to say, Satan over there bothering Mary Jane, and you complain that Satan, he ain't bothering you, sister. He is giving you a break today. He bothers Sister Mary Jane, right? This is God saying, I'm going to close this door because this is not the door I want you to walk through. I have a blank slate for you. I have a better opportunity. All I want you to do is turn around. There's another door, a better door right there. So we have to seize the opportunity. You know what I like to say? Seize the moment. Seize the moment. This is what we do. When we sit down to eat our dinner, sit down and eat our dinner. Pastor like to say, except for Sundays. Sundays we don't watch the news, right? But when we sit down and eat our dinner, I like to turn on the news and I put my phone away. I had to leave my phone upstairs in the bedroom, or I put it somewhere in an island or somewhere, because I want to seize the opportunity, right, of eating my food. And if Mother P is down, because Mother P, she got a different eating schedule except for Sunday. She got a different eating schedule during the week, right? If Mother P's downstairs, we'll all sit down. Mother P like to sit on the table. I like to sit on the island. Apostle, if Apostle's in the eating mood that moment, she'll sit on the island as well. And we're sitting, and I'm chatting to her, eating my food, and I'm watching my news, right? And then after what happened, and I'm talking, and I'm like, wait. I stop my conversation. Oh, wait. This is, I want to hear what they're saying right now. I want to hear what they're saying, right? Okay, good. And then I turn back to the conversation that we're having. But the main thing is I put my phone away because this is the moment that I seize, right? This is my blank slate to relax, to enjoy my dinner, to enjoy my news. There, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, right? You guys should sponsor this program, right? To enjoy my news, to sit and reflect on what's going on in the day or in the world, to hear about it, and to catch up with my sister and catch up with my mother over there, who just, I don't know, she be trying to catch mother because she'll go on for days and she'll go to stories of 1952 and you're like, I don't even know who that person is. Why are you telling me about that person? But anyway, but the blank slate, seize the moment. Is the opportunity. You take it. So this is what the blank slate is. This is why some relationship ends, so that you can have better ones or even choose better. Oh, I can't believe she broke up with me. Oh, I can't believe he left me. Oh, I can't believe this friendship he had for years is over. It's a blank slate. It's a start afresh. Here's what something I try to do. One of my favorite scriptures. All things cannot go but to work together for the good for them that love the Lord, for them that are called according to his purpose, right? It's not good, but it's gonna work for your good. So in everything, I'm trying like, God, how are you working this for my good, God? How you something, and I'm like, God, I don't know how you're doing this one, but I know you're working it for my good. So here's the same thing in relationship. It may hurt, whether it's a friendship relationship or a relationship of a spouse or someone you're getting to want to marry or so forth. This it comes to an end, but it's okay. This is a blank slate for me to start afresh. God, you took this moment to end this, so let me learn from it. So here, learn the opportunity. You have to take this blank slate and learn from it. What do I need to do so that I can seize this moment and not waste the opportunity? This is what you do in life. God, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to seize this moment? Put that phone away, sit down and watch that news and have a conversation with the person next to you, right? Even like in our Thanksgiving and Christmas, when we sit down for big occasion, we bust out the table and Apostle sets up the table and she gets excited. Christmas is coming up, so she's getting excited. She's already trying to figure out what color coordination she's gonna do. I'll just leave me in the corner, let me cook my food. I'm not even trying to deal with that. I don't even sit over there to cook. But Thanksgiving, real quick, Thanksgiving we setting up when we set up the table, right? Well, not we. When Apostle setting the table, Apostle's excited. She's like, oh, I'm gonna put this. So she's doing all this setup, right? And she's like, what do you think? I was like, oh, that's kind of ugly. That flower's ugly. She's like, what? So I'm always an oddball. Mother Peace come down. Mother Peace like, got the table, look nice by. And I'm like, she got somebody on your side. You got somebody with you that likes the table. Because this is the apostles thing. I'm like, yeah, what? So then I'm like, oh, I feel bad. I'm like, yeah, it looks good. But that's your taste. That ain't me. But but she gets excited. We set up the table. So we set up the table and we sit down and we put our phone away. When everyone's gathered together, we put our phone away and we have meaningful conversation and we enjoy our meal. You know what we're doing? We're having a blank slate to seize that opportunity, to seize that moment, because so many times you don't get to catch up with people in your life. And one thing that annoys me when we go out to eat with the kids and I'm like, put that phone away. If you don't the only way you should take out this phone is to take a picture. Put the phone away, because we're sitting down, we're having a blank slate, we're seizing the opportunity. We're not wasting it. We're catching up on our day. We're catching up on our week, and we're taking a moment. And in the beginning of Sunday school, we go into Sunday school. I try to go on a little early for the kids, so when they come on, and we'll talk, and I'll catch up on. And Prophet Josiah, he got to tell me, he's like, oh yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all that happened every day. He's breaking it down for me. So so I like to have him pray at the end of Sunday school. He loves to pray at the end of Sunday school, so you pray. And 2 Sundays ago, he prayed. He said, God, I thank you. I thank you that we're able to come on early and that we can talk about our week. And I thank you for the opportunity. His words, I thank you for the opportunity that we're able to catch up on what we did this week and how our day went. And I said, wow, it's so easy to take these things for granted. But look how this 8-year-old is just so honored that he's able for us to catch up the first 15 minutes before Sunday school start, catch up on our week. And if you know Prophet Josiah, he can go. And we seize the opportunity. We have a blank slate to start afresh, right? So blank slate to start afresh. So what's interesting is that God will give us opportunities. He will give you moments to have a blank slate. But so many times you pass it over or you reject it. And that's what's sad. You reject the moment when God give you the opportunity to come in contact with that person again. that person maybe that you offended. I was just telling Apostle just the other day. Sorry, my sinuses is acting up today. Oh Lord. Maybe the rain needs to come again and help a sister out, right? So I was telling Apostle the other day, that people come back into your life and they miss that moment. They miss that moment to say, hey, I'm sorry for XYZ. I'm sorry how I treated you, or how I said what I said. So let me redeem myself. Let me apologize and let me do right. Let me fix it. That's a blank slate. And that's a mature person. It takes a mature person to do that. To say, you know what? I know I did this. I know I offended you. I know I hurt your feelings. I know I did you wrong. I'm sorry. Let's fix it. Moving forward, let me go back and redo that. Because what is a blank slate? It's an opportunity for a second chance, an opportunity to change. But sometimes we take for granted that opportunity and we miss it. That's why we don't waste it. And we miss it. Why? That phone call that you should have picked up. That phone call you should have picked up to maybe was that person last time to give you their last farewell before they took flight, as they like to say. I heard somebody said the other day, this is the last moment before they took flight. I'm like, I don't know what plane you catching, but I'm not trying to get on that plane with you, So before this person about to do something or say something, you should have picked up the opportunity. It could have been a job offer. Or even that job, the opportunity that someone said, hey, this person is hiring and they're in your field and they're paying more than what you're thinking out. Maybe you should just apply for it. Send it an application. You never know. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know. I'm okay over here. I may be struggling with my bills because it's not paying much, but it's okay. I like my coworkers. Your coworkers help you pay your bills, sister? No, they ain't. If there's an opportunity presented to you to get a job in the same thing that you're doing, higher pay, better hours, why do you not put in that application? So we waste the opportunity. We waste the blank slate that's given to us. The season, this is the one I love the most, right? The season where remember the season God is saying, go get your house, go get your car, go on in and apply for this, apply for that. Oh, go do it. And you're the one that need that new car. You're the one that's looking for that house. But you wait till that season is over. And then you feel like, you know what? Now I think I'm going to go and get that car. Or now I think I'm going to go and I'm going to go get a realtor to look for that house. That season is over. What happened? You waste the opportunity. You had that moment for that blank slate, but you wasted it. So don't waste the opportunity. Don't waste the moment. The blank slate is the opportunity for an open door to start anew. I'll say that again. Your blank slate is the opportunity for the open door to start anew. Here's what Revelation 3:8 says in the God Word translation. Revelation 3:8, God's Word translation said, I know what you have done. See, I have opened a door in front of you that no one can shut. You only have a little strength, but you have paid attention to my word and have not denied my name. This is what Jesus is saying here. I've laid before you an open door. You have a little strength. You already fight. You already toiled. You already went through it. Seize the moment. Take the open door. Walk through it. Take that blank slate and go with it, people. Right, Prophet Loretta? Take that blank slate and go with it, because it's the opportunity for the open door. It's the opportunity for you to start afresh. It's the opportunity for you to achieve the things that you never thought possible. Just the other day, I was reading an article about a 98-year-old woman who graduated college. Something she always wanted to do. She always wanted to get a degree, her associate, but she was excited about it because she was able to achieve that. Why? Because the open door was there and she seized the moment. Hey, saints of God, people of God, believers, there's a blank slate that God is given to us. We have to take it, especially now that we're going into the new year. Apostle gave us 12 declarations, right, to declare as we're going into the new year. Declare those 12 declarations. Go back on prophetic declaration to get the declaration, right? Go and watch prophetic declaration on Apostle Marcelle's page and get those 12 declarations and declare it over your life for the new year. Why? Because God is going to give you a blank slate. A fresh opportunity. Why do people like New Year's so much? A new year. Because they said, I'm going to start afresh. It's a blank slate. I'm going to start afresh. I'm going to do things new. I'm going to cut some losses and just be like, you know what? Okay, I lost it. I'm moving forward. I'm going to cut some relationship. I'm going to move. Some people for the New Year's, they already plan on moving to a different state. Cause they're like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. They're already playing, this relationship is over. For the new year, I'm starting afresh. I'm moving forward. I'm quitting this job. I'm starting afresh. I'm going to be an entrepreneur, right? God has given us a blank slate. Take the opportunity and use it. But remember, in your blank slate, when you get that blank slate, don't waste the opportunity. Learn from it. Right, Prophet Loretta? Right, Prophet Sharice? Move forward in it. Right? Learn and move forward. Amen? So that's all I have for you today. Let me pray with you. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. You all are amazing. Lord, I thank you for your people. I thank you for keeping them. I thank you, Lord, that you're giving them a blank slate. Let them take the opportunity. Let them not waste it. Let them use it. Let them go with it. Continue to keep them, Lord. Let them walk in their divine destiny, the divine purpose that you've prepared before them. You have already do something new. You have an open door. Let them walk in it. And let them walk into that blank slate that you prepared for them with the new canvas to paint a new picture for their lives. We thank you. Bless them and keep them. In Jesus' name, amen. Listen, I love and appreciate you all. Remember, next week, Wednesday is Christmas. I'm sorry to break it for you, right? It's Christmas, so prepare your mind. But I love and appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you all for joining Best of Hope. Love you. Mwah. God bless you. Bye now.